Hello folks. I'm Mike DeBruzo.
And I'm Earl Dunn.
And we're
the Dog Training Guys.
Today what we're going to be showing you is a little trick of the dog trainer of how to clip toenails on a dog. We're going to show you a special way of how to do this because it's very important for the dog trainer, really anyone, to make it not a bad experience for a dog when they're clipping their nails. So what we're going to do is show you a technique that makes it very unlikely that you are going to cut the nails too short, make the dog bleed, and cause pain in the dog. This is going to be especially important when you're desensitizing a dog to getting their nails clipped, or if you're counter conditioning the dog to getting their nails clipped. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a technique. I'm actually going to have Earl point it out on the board, so I'm not crowding us there. Now we have a picture of a cross section of a dog's paw up on the top over there. All right. Now you look at the paw. It's kind of an exaggerated cross section. We have a big nail there, but we did it on purpose so you can see what it looks like. There's the main part of the nail over there, and then on the inside, highlighted in red, we have the quick. That's where the blood vessel is and where all the nerves are. You do not want to clip into the quick. Now, if you look, there's sort of a little hook, on the end. Think of this like a canoe, which brings us to the next drawing over here. So what we have over here is we did a really super exaggerated nail upside down. Whoops, I hit into the camera. We turned the nail upside down so you can see that it kind of looks like a canoe when it's overgrown. Depending on your dog, the color of your dog's nail, if it's light colored or dark colored, you may not be able to see the quick. We drew a little Indian in there to make it, to show you, it's kind of like a canoe. That was Earl's idea to put the Indian there. Now we're going to show you a little trick that's going to help out a lot. We'll go to the top nail again over here. Now a lot of people that cut nails, and even some groomers and veterinarians that are very good and experienced at it, they will clip the nail that way, coming straight across the nail. All right, and a lot of people are good at this, but there's a higher risk to go into the blood vessel. So the way that I teach and the way that I actually train people, that I haven't cut dogs' nails myself this way, is we actually go the other way. We go across the bottom of the nail and just cut across that actual hook. If you put the clipper right underneath the nail and go across, you may not get it as close as you could if you went the other way, but you're very unlikely to get into the quick. We're not going to demonstrate on the other nail because we don't want to cut the Indian's head off, but that's the main way that we're going to do this. Now that's what a normal nice pretty nail would look like when it gets overgrown. Sometimes you may get an older dog that nails are way overgrown, and it may not be as clear cut as what this looks like over here. But if that's the case, be cautious. It's better to do less than more and just do it more often, because if you clip into these too deep, it bleeds like crazy. It's kind of scary, and you have to have some septic powder or something to stop the bleeding. But don't worry, it usually looks a lot worse than it is as far as the blood, but the dog has a bad experience. It makes it that much harder to cut your dog's nails again. So what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate this technique on Dixie. So I'll grab Dixie over here. Earl could take the camera, and maybe I'll sit on the bench over here and do it. So make sure you get a good close up. You may actually want to we'll actually take this off, and you can move in as close as you can.
It's over there. Okay to hit pause?
Yeah. Well, folks, this is an actual dog's paw. So we're going to show you, what it looks like on a dog's paw. She has actually dark colored nails and light colored nails. So as you can see on this one light colored nail, you can see the quick inside of there. And if you look real carefully, it does kind of, if I was to turn this upside down, I don't know if I could get it much upside down. I won't be able to, just gonna have to imagine that it kind of hooks right at the end there, sort of like a little canoe. And if I'm gonna get that, what I do now is I take these clippers and I don't go this way. What I'm gonna do is I take it and I lay it, it's actually laying along the underside of her nail, and I cut it straight across like that. Good girl! And then right afterwards, of course, we give the dog a treat. Good girl. It always helps to give a treat at that point.
What a pretty nail.
Yep, and now this one right here is a dark one. Now if we look at the dark one, you could really see that little hook. Can you see the little hook? Imagine a little, well, the Indian would have fell out because it's backwards. This is actually the same technique that Earl uses, by the way, on his own toenails, just so you know. So this is how his wife clips his nails. But same thing, not going across this way. I'm going to take the clippers. Oh, girl, my Dixie. I'm laying it on the, let me see with all her hair, on the underside of the nail. It's laying along the bottom, and I just put the hook in there and clip, good girl. And I'm actually counter conditioning. Good girl. After each time I clip a nail, I give her a treat. Now you could imagine that if I went too short, she's bleeding. She's not gonna like it very much. And so we're not really gonna make it a positive experience for her. So it's important that you don't clip the nails too short. So we'll do again. Here goes another black one. It's a little bit different angle. It's from the other paw. If you look, there's a little tiny hook there. Same thing. I go underneath. I'm at an angle like this. Good girl, my mama. Good girl. Important to give the treat right away. And that's pretty much it. We could zoom out over here. You know what? Might as well actually, since I'm over here, you never know. We might get more. You see, we'll do a back one. The back ones sometimes don't need clippings as much as the front ones, but in her case, she does. So if you look at that, same thing. You got a good view of that. There's a little hook. Now I'm gonna go, same thing. I'm gonna go this direction, not this direction. I go underneath her nail like that, and clip. Good girl, my mama. What a good girl. That's very good. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna do Earl's nails next. But I guess that's it. We're not gonna bore you with too much of this. Did we tell you to have Siptic powder available? If you're not as good at it as we are, it's good. Now we should actually. We don't have our Siptic powder down here because we usually don't clip the nails. Too short when we do it this way, but have it there. I mean, you can clip the nails too short and use Siptic powder. Good mama. And I guess that's about it. Anything to add, Earl?
That's going to be it, but just always exercise caution. Always go shorter rather than trying to be a hero and cutting these super short nails the very first time out. Especially if you have an older dog, it's always going to be best to cut a little bit less than you think you really should. Maybe even let that quick recede a little bit and then come back and try it again a few days later. But I think we covered it all. Thanks, Dix.
Dixie's her name. She's not calling you guys Dick.
Thanks, Dixie.
Thanks, you a-holes. All right.
All right, that's it. Take care.